President Donald Trump has announced 25% tariffs on foreign cars and light trucks. The tariffs will take effect on April the 2nd, with duties starting the next day. He says the move is permanent and will remain in place as long as he is in office. He also plans to announce reciprocal tariffs on April the 2nd, calling them very lenient and applying to all countries.
So we'll effectively be charging a 25% tariff. But if you build your car in the United States, there is no tariff. And what that means is a lot of foreign car companies, a lot of companies are going to be in great shape because they've already built their plant. But their plants are underutilized, so they'll be able to expand them inexpensively and quickly. We're signing today. It goes into effect April 2nd. We start collecting on April 3rd. Signing a executive order today that's going to lead to tremendous growth in the automobile industry. Now, we're going to make it all countries, and we're going to make it very lenient. I think people are going to be very surprised. It'll be, in many cases, less than the tariff that they've been charging us for decades. So I think people are going to be very...
The announcement has already sparked strong reactions. Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney called the tariffs a direct attack on Canadian workers. He said that Canada will respond soon and is considering retaliatory measures. His government has already planned a package of counter tariffs worth 155 billion Canadian dollars. Carney also promises an all-in Canada auto industry to protect jobs and reduce dependence on US manufacturing. Additionally, European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen said that the EU deeply regrets the decision and warned of negative impacts on transatlantic trade. Japan's government also criticized the move, calling it extremely regrettable. Experts say the tariffs could lead to higher car prices and disrupt the global auto industry. Many of America's closest allies, including Canada, Mexico, Germany, Japan, and South Korea, export cars to the US. The US imported $474 billion worth of automotive products in 2024, including $220 billion in passenger cars. Trump justified the move using a 2019 national security investigation that claimed auto imports threatened US security. Back then, he did not impose tariffs, but now he says it is necessary to protect American jobs and industry. Let's listen in to what Carney and Japan's Prime Minister Shigeru Ishiba had to say.
We will build an all-in Canada network for auto manufacturing components. So what we need to do is build more of those autos and more of each auto right here.
私どもとして適切な対応を考えていかねばなりません。あらゆる選択肢というものは当然検討の対象となるものでございます。ただ私どもといたしましては、アメリカに対して日本は相当の投資を行い、相当の雇用を生み出しているということがございます。
Staying in the US, President Donald Trump is considering easing tariffs on China in exchange for Beijing support in a deal to sell TikTok to a US-approved buyer. The social media app faces a potential shutdown in April unless a sale takes place. Trump issued a delay on the federal ban and says he may extend it again if necessary. He emphasized that China will play a role in the transaction and hinted a possible tariff reduction to get the deal done. Currently, Chinese goods face a 20% tariff, and Trump is expected to announce new trade barriers in the coming days. China has warned that any sale must comply with its export laws, potentially giving it control over the process. The TikTok ban stems from national security concerns, though the company denies any threat. Trump previously delayed enforcement for 75 days, hoping to find a buyer. Here's what Trump had to say about the issue.
China is going to have to play a role in that, possibly, in the form of an approval, maybe. And I think they'll do that. Maybe I'll give them a little reduction in tariffs or something to get it done, you know, because every point in tariff is worth more money than TikTok, if you think. Every point. Tariff is a much bigger world, and TikTok is big. Tariffs is worth more than TikTok. So in order to get China to do, maybe I'd give them a reduction in tariffs as an example. Sounds like.
Istanbul's municipal government has appointed Nuri Aslan as interim mayor following the imprisonment of Ekrem İmamoğlu on corruption charges. Aslan, a member of İmamoğlu's Republican People's Party, will serve for the remainder of the term as the former mayor awaits trial. CHP chairman Özgür Özel has vowed that protests will continue nationwide until either early presidential elections are called or İmamoğlu is released. The opposition is also urging a boycott of businesses supporting President Recep Tayyip Erdogan and planning a major demonstration. Meanwhile, Turkish Foreign Minister Hakan Fidan and US Secretary of State Marco Rubio reaffirmed their commitment to strengthening defence ties and discussed future high-level engagements. We now move to South Asia, where Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi has reaffirmed India's strong relationship with Bangladesh. In a letter to Bangladesh's chief advisor, Muhammad Yunus, he sent his greetings on the country's Independence Day. Modi said the day is a reminder of the shared history and sacrifices that have strengthened ties between the two nations. He reiterated India's commitment to working together for peace, stability and prosperity. Indian President Draupadi Murmu also sent her greetings to her Bangladeshi counterpart. President Mohammad Shahabuddin, she highlighted that Bangladesh remains a key partner in India's Neighbourhood First and Act East policies. She emphasised the strong cooperation between the two countries in trade, connectivity, energy and culture. This letter by Modi comes amid Yunus's visit to China, which comes amid tensions with India, as his administration looks to strengthen ties with China. Over to Africa now, where Sudan's army says it has recaptured Khartoum International Airport, marking a major step towards regaining full control of the city from the rival Rapid Support Forces. Army Chief General Abdel Fattah Burhan returned to the capital for the first time in nearly 2 years, celebrating the victory with troops. The RSF is still believed to hold scattered positions and the government has not yet declared full victory. However, officials called this a pivotal moment in the Sudan's war, which has killed at least 28,000 people and displaced millions. With the airport under army control, humanitarian groups may soon be able to increase aid deliveries to the famine-stricken country. Well, that's all we have time for. We will continue to bring you more international news updates. Hello and welcome. I am Thomas Porteous and you are watching NewsX